Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Gundam Double O. We got a new poll here though that we're going to go over first, and we're going to go ahead and see how it went. And of course, talk about our own favorite picks. So, new week, new poll, and this time we're reaching out towards the afterlife. One final battle for the fallen to decide who gets to return to the land of the living. Each character has all the skills and equipment they had when they were alive. Like Tendal Tessari from Gundam Double O, Orga Itsuka from the other one, Iron Blood Orphans. Yeah, there we go.
The other one.
Sorry, I got remembered. Vim Jeturk from Witch from Mercury, and Laughter Franklin from Gundam Double O as well. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, Iron Blooded Orphans as well. My bad.
Pretty sure it's Lofter.
Lofter, yes, Lofter. So, out of these four contestants, we had to choose which one we think would win a fight with all their stuff fully intact. Uh, and I think for the sake of this debate, since Theta, I assume you want me to choose first here.
Yeah.
I don't think Orga has an entire organization under his belt during this fight. He has his gun.
Skills and equipment.
Skills and equipment. So he's got his gun. Maybe he's got the ship. He is captain of the ship, more or less.
To make this fair, it is said that Orga has a mobile suit. He's just never used it before.
I'm less inclined to believe he has a mobile suit or would get into it. I think he'd probably stick with the ship.
There is a listed mobile suit that said that he owns. So, I am saying all skills and equipment.
He also has, like, probably one of those little mobile armors. You remember. The mobile workers, that's what they called them for that series. He drove around in one of those as, like, a command tank. I gotta say, that's probably not gonna get very
I'm sorry,
far,
are you picking Orga?
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about why I'm not picking Orga. I think he's going to get the ship, but I'm not picking him.
I felt like we're taking 2 minutes to destroy Orga, and it's like...
I was just talking about what he actually has, because I'm like, hold up, we got to set some boundaries on him, because he's got a whole organization here.
Okay, well, I also want to throw out there that some people, I think, felt that this also was interpreted as a fist fight, because it came up in some comments, so...
yeah.
I mean, if you want to go who would win hand-to-hand and who would win with all their equipment and skills, I'm willing to let you pick two, one for each.
Oh yeah. I mean, if we're just gonna go with like the hand-to-hand first, I'm gonna say my hand-to-hand favorite is definitely Lofter. She is going to be the hands-down winner of the hand-to-hand fight, I think. Vim's too old. Orga is definitely a brawler, but I think he relies too much on Mikazuki. And Latendal, love my Terminator. I don't think he's going to have much personal skills for a fist fight. So Lofter gets the win there for me. If we're talking about stuff, though, this is really hard. Because we basically got 2 ships versus 2 Gundams in my mind. I think I might actually have to give it to Vim. I think Vim has more individual combat experience than the other ones. I think Latendal is definitely a good ship pilot, but I feel like just kind of on a default, mobile suits beat ships just because they can. I know that's like a little facetious, but that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to say Vim Jeturk wins an equipment battle. He loses the fist fight, though.
All right.
Theta, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm glad you picked Vim for anything, because... I mean, you're saying Vim loses hands down in a fist fight. Vim's a trained soldier of many years.
He's an old man.
He's not really all that old either. But he's not my pick either way. I figured let's just do this one by one. I'll just say who I am and we'll debate the one fight per.
Sure.
God, I didn't really think about the fist fight thing before I threw it out there, but I think literally, I don't want to come off sexist here. I think any of these 3 will take Lofner in a fight.
Oh, okay.
In a fist fight. Well, you've picked the girl who spends her entire life in 0G. So, at the very least, Vim spends a lot of his time in gravity. Orga spends almost all of his time in gravity. We have very little to go with Lichtel, but they are, at least at the very base, a Terminator. So, once again, Orga spends most of his childhood hard labor. He's got the muscle structure to show it. And again,
Mhm.
he's not worn down by zero G. That he's got no
He,
muscle
he's a
left.
he's a pretty well built, very healthy young adult.
I think I'm gonna have to go with. God, I really want to go Vim, but just to fuck with you, I'm gonna go with Linkdoll. I'm gonna go with Linkdoll on this Terminator. Not only has he got the weight now because of the Terminator exoskeleton underneath that skin, I don't think you can punch him that hard. He is basically a Warhammer 40k Engineer underneath all of that. You're gonna put a fist down, and you're gonna shatter your zero G weakened skeletal structure on
Mhm.
his metal cast skeleton.
So this is where I've got to say, like, the reason I don't think I'd pick him, despite the fact he's got like the metal armor for it, is that I don't think he's a fighter. He looks like a perfectly nice ordinary nerd who probably does not get into fistfights. That's what he feels like to me. If it's Laughter versus Lichtendahl here,
Lofner. Law.
Laughter. Look, I'm gonna get it wrong the entire time. We got some
It was a traumatic death scene, and you should remember her name, that's all I'm saying.
Frankland.
But nobody ever called her.
Uh, but yes, if it's between them, then I think Lofter uh has more experience, or at least more in mind for like how to get out of a fist fight, how to like deal with like a personal one-on-one confrontation.
One quick
She's involved with
question.
like this mafia group.
One quick question, though. I mean, based on what?
I think just the fact of like where she's associated with and how she holds
Linkdale
herself.
is associated with a rebellion against the entire world. So, we've not seen either of them in an actual fist fight. So you can't base it on that. I think I've got a pretty strong
No, I think
argument.
in fact I can base this on vibes.
I think I've got a pretty strong argument in that I want to say 90% of scenes with Loftner have been in zero G. Even the backstory about how the main dude brought them all together
Mhm.
was them working in zero G. She does not have the muscle or skeletal structure to be able to handle this. She's
I think
gonna
she's
get
got the fighting
destroyed.
spirit. She's got the fighting spirit compared to Lichtendahl here. I think she would totally kill somebody if with her bare hands if she had to.
But
I don't think Lichtendahl's got that in her.
she
In
wouldn't
him,
though.
sorry.
She get taken down because once again I'm gonna keep repeating this. She lives in space.
I think we've actually had that discussion about like the zero G impacts on people, and the Gundam kind of like smooths over that for the most part. But we do
Which
see,
for Mercury don't.
which Mercury doesn't, yeah. Um, we do see, at least in the Iron Blooded Orphans series, that there are people who do exercise in space.
Yeah,
At least
Akihiro,
one, at least
Akihiro,
one
who
person.
she fell in love with and then was immediately murdered after just separating ways with.
See, there we go. Because she knew the value of exercising in a zero G environment, she liked Akihiro the most. Therefore, she has more muscle mass.
Except not, because anytime Akihiro was doing any working out, she was just watching him, not actually working out herself.
Yeah, you can absorb exercise by proxy.
Nope. Lickendall's got the Terminator endoskeleton. So
So you're envisioning Lichtendahl can and absolutely will reach out to someone's neck and robo crush it,
no,
right?
no, I'm just envisioning the fact that he doesn't have a weakened internal body structure because it
He's
cannot
still
be
got an
weakened.
ordinary human skull.
We don't know that.
That and that'd be a hell of an ask for any series to say we completely rebuilt him as a robot and he looks the same as he did as a
He's
human.
not a robot. I'm just saying Wolverine has a metal skull. Why not? Why not the Terminator? Terminators have metal skulls.
All right, so that's the fist fight section of the argument here. Let's talk about actual equipment. Who are you going to throw in for
I just
winning
want to
that?
say realistically though, I do think Lickendall could take Lautner if we believe zero G is an actual factor.
Right.
If we get rid of zero G, it's just a toss up between the two we picked. Obviously, I
Right.
think we picked the weakest of the actual two. I think it would be a real fight between Orga and Vim if we were
Mhm.
actually being serious.
So I think I ended up picking Vim for my choice on equipment battle. So who are you going for
Oh,
then?
Lichtendahl.
Lichtendahl again. All
He
right, he's got the spaceship.
he pilots the Ptolemos, which we already know has a GN shield,
Hmm.
which can destroy literally anything you try to touch me with. Also, he's a trained gunner. You might not know that. That is
Hmm.
actual. Honestly, it's
So
part of.
someone's got to fire the stuff on the ship.
Yeah,
It's not just the engineer and like their one passenger all the time.
yeah. So Vim does not have anything that can touch the Ptolemos, and the Ptolemos has weaponry on it. So
I think we did cover at some point that if you get in close and you have an energy sword, you can totally actually do some
no, it
damage.
has to be a weapon covered with GN particles itself. The
Hmm.
missiles that get fired at the sparkly missiles that get fired that can pierce through GN shields are themselves coated in GN particles.
Hmm. There's no reason he couldn't fly into the hangar eventually, too, maybe.
The hanger of
Uh,
what?
the Ptolemos.
Not if you can't get through the shield. Turn the shield on, ramming speed. I've won this fight.
There you go. Uh, I don't know. I don't entirely subscribe to the idea that there's absolutely zero weakness. I think there's a possibility in there. I still think that Vim probably has more tactical and practical knowledge to eventually win the fight. I'm going
My
with the experience thing. I'm doing the death battle.
the reason why I win here is that your entire basis of argument is that I have to fuck up for you to win. Now, if your
I mean,
only
like,
way to
I'm
me
more
to
just
win, if your only way to win is I have to screw up, that means I've got this one.
well, the thing is, like, if I want to win the argument here, I have to beat like you saying it's like GN particles are invincible, and I'm just like, I'm not ready for that argument. I don't got the research on me.
I don't have to have the research. All
We
I have
did
to
on
know is every time I've argued against GN particles, the comment section has rallied against me. So this is the one time I'm like, because I didn't figure you would think the Ptolemos with its GN particle shield, and you start mentioning, oh, he's got a ship. It's like, oh shit, he's gonna win this fight.
I think my only counterpoint is that despite him being like the trained gunner and everything, I don't remember like a lot of mobile suits getting hit by the ship.
Well, that's what I said. You don't have to. I turn the GN shield on and then ram you, because the GN shield just destroys what it touches.
I'm imagining a mobile suit slow enough to get hit by the ship slowly drifting into them here.
Well, the Ptolemos is an actual ship, which means it's meant to travel. The he doesn't even pilot Gundam. The mobile suit is meant for localized combat. It's not meant for long distance travel, which means the ship is going to be faster than the mobile suit. Now you remember the episode where they go to Earth and they've got those little wave rider things that they're riding on because they need those for long distance travel.
Right, right.
Also Earth orbit, I guess.
All right then. So, if GN particles are invincible, then you're saying Lichtendahl, and if I'm saying they're not, then I'm still saying Vim. Vim gets
So
in
you're
and can
not
do
willing to
something.
say who wins this one?
Hey, I mean, I don't think I've ever said it.
No,
Been
we've
willing
we've
to go
agreed
down on
before. We've
anything.
agreed twice now. Well, I think Lloyd Forger was a hands down winner, and then we just agreed on. I can't remember what the other one was.
Totally fair. All right, but that's what we think. That's our argument here. What did people in the comments think? Because it
Well,
sounds like we're having a fist fight.
I will say now that we're done debating one another, the one argument that I would have taken for you to win was Vim's penchant to plant bombs on ships. You did not bring it up, so it doesn't enter into the debate. But
That'd be a little too silly for me, but I'll go ahead and put a check mark on that.
oh, if you would have picked my guy, I would have picked Vim for that because it's what he does. He
Look, all
puts
I can
bombs on
say
ships.
is I'm glad you didn't pick Vim. We didn't pick Vim versus Lofter here because that would have been a worst case scenario.
All right, let's see.
Lofter's weak to assassination, as it turns out.
Oh,
So yeah,
right.
what did the poll say, and then what did our commenters say?
Well, at the bottom of the ranking is Vim Jet Turk with 8% of the poll results.
Yeah, he's not win the fist fight. That's fair.
Well, again, this is a combined thing.
Right.
Second place, 15% is Lichtendahl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, People just didn't appreciate Ginion particles this time. 31% of the poll is Orga.
Ooh.
Yeah, again, people might have thought fist fight. So, Orga's built. And
He's built different.
47% Lofter.
There you go. I mean, to be fair, she's favorite girl still, so I don't blame anyone for picking her.
Yeah, well, she's got the most, I guess, the most emotional death I felt like of all
Hmm.
of these people.
Oh yeah. So what are they saying about their wins? We got Yuki Yuki 3601 saying Lofter's the strongest pilot. Probably Vim is a good pilot too. Yeah, that's fair. Those two are the ones who actually have actual combat experience here.
I mean, it's hard to tell because Vim doesn't get a lot of time. It's like, are you retired, sir? I don't care. Give me my mobile suit. He
Yeah,
is a trained soldier, though, so.
he is a trained soldier. He is retired. He also gets killed by his upstart son, so I don't know. We
Upstart.
don't
I
have
wouldn't say
other
upstart.
upstart, yeah. We don't have many other points of comparison. We just got the one fight, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, to be fair, I think he's got more under his
I
hood.
mean,
That's why I got.
he was winning against everyone except for Ghoul during the fight that he was in.
Mhm. Log A Long says, without Orga, maybe. And then we have the remaining two characters that just can't do much. Yeah, they're talking about the fist fight here, right? When it comes down to the fist fight, yeah, no, I gotta kind of agree. Two characters just don't have much else going for them. I mean, that's what I argued the whole time. Any thoughts on that one?
Well, like you said, Orga is the most physically built. The dude
Hmm.
did hard labor before he got into the mercenary business. So,
Right.
also he carries a gun. Guns
Well,
tend to
got
win
got
fist fights.
yeah. And of course, last but not least, Joss Phoenix says it's easily between Orga and Lofter, and damn, depends if the latter lets him. Because if they fight, my money is on Lofter in a mobile suit. That's also fair. Like we were talking about piloting there. Lofter is also still a good pilot. This is tough, and I think that's what makes this for a fun debate and a fun poll. This was a tough decision
Like I
for
said,
everyone.
Zero G does not do wonders for your muscles or bones,
There we go.
let alone
So,
the envisioning of a small, almost looks like pre-adolescent. I don't know how old. I was a 16-year-old beating up on a woman is not a pretty picture make.
oh gosh, yeah, no, this is an ugly brawl right here. That's for sure.
That's why I painted it as her breaking her own hand when she punches him, not him punching her.
All right, but before I go into zero G and waste away, let's go ahead and talk about last episode. Last episode was the Indelible Pass, where Setsuna and Tiara face off against Ali Arch's Gundam, but are sorely outmatched until Alleluia and Lock-On arrive. Learning that Ali is the man who killed his brother, Lyle learns the circumstances behind his brother's motivation and Satsuna's involvement with the KPSA, admitting that he doesn't share Neil's hatred or need for retribution. The Alos attempt to intercept the Ptolemos 2's return to space. The Ptolemos successfully escapes force commanders Homer Katagari to accept Innovator assistance to prevent any more sacrifices. Kadi sends a message to Celestial Being expressing respect for Lisa Kujo's tactics. Sumeragi realizes not only is Kati a member of the A-Laws, but she is aware that Sumeragi is Celestial Being's tactical forecaster. Oh yeah, that's where we left off with that little plot point. They're getting their little drama in now, and that's really good. I'm glad we've gotten to the point where we actually have her engaged in full active rivalry. I think that's gonna be fun.
Well, I mean, it's not really. Technically, she's. This has been a thing from the beginning of the season. Because remember, it's Setsuna that came and got her. That's how he finds out now when he recognizes Setsuna from the thing.
Hmm.
It's just. They're not in touch. It's not that big of a drama because they're not in touch with one another.
They clearly have a past with each other, and that clearly weighs on both of them to some degree. They
I'm just-
did, like, something terrible, which led one of them to drink.
I'm saying they're not in touch, though. It's not like this is friends and we live in the same apartment building or whatever.
Mhm.
It's I'm in space in a hidden spaceship, and you're deep inside Union-controlled stuff. Well, not even Union anymore. You're just deep inside the new Federation-controlled stuff. So we don't come in contact anymore. This drama is useless.
It's gonna creep up again, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a pin on it.
You have a
Other
lot of
things like
pins, is all I'm saying.
I know I'm covered in pins. I'm Pinhead now. But we do have something from like the previous episodes where like we got all the innovators stuff, and now we're just out of that right now. I'm hoping they come back. I need more explanations. I need to know more of what's going on because they just keep sitting on the couch. Honestly,
No, Buttons does. What is Button? Ribbons.
Ribbon,
I want
Ribbon's just in
I want to
buttons.
call him Buttons now, like he's like a cute little dog or something. Yeah, Ribbons does. Everyone else stands around behind him. It's some sort of
Right,
weird
right.
porno montage.
There we go. Uh, so right now they have at least reset to space. Things seem like they have at least reached a calm point, and we're gonna see how the action builds up again. You got any kind of predictions about what might be about to go down?
No, because the last episode left us on a
Hmm.
like we typically have like the military coup routes, and we have to fight them in this rebellion state now. Last
Hmm.
episode was literally just a spy intrigue episode, so I don't really have a foot to move off of.
That's fair. That's fair. So in that case, let's just go ahead and watch and see what happens. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It is $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. Flashback time.
読ませてもらったよ。君の卒業論文。無人機戦闘における戦術理論と予想被害規模。
Oh, those
やっぱ
two.
り卒業後は戦術予報士の道を
This guy and Sumeragi.
そのつ
Was
も
she
り
a
です。
cheerleader?
あなたは
僕はカレッジに残って
I mean, she's just wearing like college casual
技術の研究を続け
and
る
like trying to be a little
I've
fashionable.
also forgot what this guy's name
す
is.
ごいな。なんたって若
I'll say
干
Bill.
17歳でここを卒業するんだ。
It is. It's been a bit.
私なんてまだまだです。カティの足元にも及ばない。
カッティ。
Also, I wear a shirt with my first initial on it.
次々に発表した戦術
Two gifted
7つもの
individuals.
紛争に勝利し au から左官待遇でスカウトされてるっていう。
私の目標です。戦争が止められないのなら戦術で早期解決を図る。被害を最小限に抑え人命を救う。カティのような戦術予報士に
Dude, you're just staring at her
私は
chest.
なりたいんです。
できるさ、君なら。
That's what this camera angle implies.
卒業したら会えなくなるね。寂しくなるな。
5つも年下の小娘に言うセリフじゃないと思いますけど。
Yeah, you're kind of creeping on her.
リーサ、卒論を読ませてもらったわ。見事な出来栄えね。ありがとう、カティ。次にあなたと会うのは戦場かしら。できれば敵同士になりたくはないわね。
Gosh, it's weird seeing her in like actual casual clothing.
マネキ。
Well,
She
no,
needs
is
a uniform.
that the innovator or the other one?
That's Kati, the commander.
どうして。
The innovator.
No, she's not the innovator.
She looks like the purple person.
They're reusing hair colors. That's all I'm gonna say. They're tricking
Oh
us.
shit, that's right. I forgot we had that whole thing about they remember each other by their tactics.
スイルの動きはどうか今のところ変化はありませんがいずれ何らか
I
の
guess
動
it
き
just
がある
speaks to the amount of facial
中東再編
types
成計画
in
に
this show.
反対するスイールの国力は侮れんスイールが行動を起こせば他の国々も追随することは必至だそれを阻止すべく連邦政府は独立治安維持部隊の派遣を決定したアローズをスイールの国境線に連邦軍が部隊を駐留させたスイールに対する牽制と見ていいだろう
Where's Seal?
Middle East somewhere.
I'm putting all those countries in the Middle East. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz, now Seal.
中東の現状は連邦の情報操作で今まで以上に世界には届かない。
スイールの軍事力は詳しくはわからないが、中東一の軍備を有しているらしい。連邦設立前からレアメタルと情報で中東一豊かな国だからな。
無謀ね。
A Middle Eastern country that got rich on rare metals, you say?
確かにそうだ。いかにスイールといえど、この4年で連邦を超える新兵器の開発などできるわけがない。
しかし我々が部隊を動かしても焼け石に水だ。
一つだけ方法があるわ。
Launch the
スイールの持っている
nukes.
情報、中東で行われている連邦
We
の
already had a
圧政を
nuclear fight in the
私た
Middle
ちカ
East.
タロンのネットワークを通じて世界に流すのよ。
Season 1.
世論の反対を受ければ連邦も迂闊に中東に手出しできないわ。
なるほど。となると、スイールと対話する必要があるな。池田、オーシスとの接触は図れるか。報道時代の仲間を通じてなら、なんとか。頼む。中東の、いや、世界のために。わかった。
Going for the propaganda victory. Bold move.
シーリン、アザディスタンの状況は国民たちはどうなって。暫定政権樹立の発表以降、目立った報道はされてないわ。
We haven't seen them since the last image of literally flies over dead babies.
Everything burning down.
お手上げね。そう。マリナ、アザディスタンを再建するには連邦を倒すしかないわ。戦うのよ。王女であるあなたにはそうする義務がある。ダメよ。戦いは戦いを呼ぶわ。力でアザディスタンを取り戻して、それでみんなが幸せになれると思う。泣き寝入りしろというの？私たちは故郷を
I
奪
mean,
われたの。
maybe
シーリン、私は
maybe turn the country back over to not the royal family.
いいわ。あなたはそうやって何もしないでいればいい。私は戦う。そうしないと国は取り戻せないから。
I guess I'm just kind of confused ever since I started reading the manga how the royal
Oh, yeah.
family is the good guys of the country. They're the
It's-
reformist faction that destroyed the Republic of Kyrgyz, which led to Setsuna's whole thing.
Hmm.
So it seems like they should be opposed to one another.
なぜあなたは戦うことができる？
Because Gundam, we need a princess. That's all I'm saying.
観測班からの報告によると、ソレスタルビーイングのスペースシップはラグランジュ3に向かった降参が大きい。リンと少佐は匿名があるため、ガンダム追撃の指揮は機関に任せる。
は
補充兵も手配した。ジェジャン中佐の敵討ち、期待する。
Who we know is actually not dead.
九条。あの事件が彼女の中でしこりとなって残り、それゆえに戦争根絶を掲げるソレスタルビーイングの理念に傾倒したというのか。
So you joined the military
バカな。
and then was surprised the people
そんな
died.
ものは愚かな無双に過ぎる。
Personal trauma, specifically, it seems.
だから
Yeah,
こそ
I just
戦いの長期化を防ぐため、私たちは戦術予報士になったのではなかったのか。
大佐、お食事をお持ちしました。
勝手に入るな。
Ah, and he dropped the food.
ブリングに攻撃命令が降りた。
I'm so glad that the innovators are so easy to pick out of a crowd.
各センサーオールグリーン粒子供給規定値を確認。
アザディスタンが、私の国が。
マリナ、アリアルサーシェス、何も変わっていない。そして俺は何も。
You know it's her family that destroyed your country, right?
敵、アローズか。
来る。
どうしたんだい、マリー。マリー。
来るわ。危険な何かが。
危険な何か。
接近する機体の速度は7
Look, Sachi, I'm on your corner, but if you're gonna be dense, you're gonna be real hard to follow.
敵は1機だけだと。
アリオスとセラビーは修理中です。
ガンダム緊急発
I'm just sad they didn't use the new type flash sound effect.
I guess it would be a throne. So Ali, right?
Seems so.
Or not, I guess.
Yeah, who's piloting this thing? Going solo.
I guess Graham. Next guess would be Graham. Even though the first guess hasn't been proven to be wrong yet.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Sorry, who was that?
I think that was Graham.
No, Graham has a face mask now. With Mr. Bushido.
Alright, they gotta give us more than half a second.
We should have also said at the beginning we haven't watched in 3 weeks, so we're a little bit behind on what we remember off the top of our heads.
I mean, they still ran in one-on-one and then ran away. This...
敵さんどういうつもりだ。
こっちにも軍が展開していることを告げ、新型の性能も惜しみなく示す。牽制と警告よ。
オーライザーがますます必要になってきたな。
ええ。これもマネキンの陽動。
間違いない。あの新型のパイロットはイノベーターだ。
Ah, okay, the innovators.
So not one of the ones we've seen before.
使う機体を開発することも。そして
ディエリア、どうかした？
いえ、彼の存在をなぜ伝えない？迷っているのか、僕は。
Stop wearing helmets so I can't fucking tell who you are in a helmet.
予定通り滞りなく進んでおります。
状況が整い次第報告せよ。私が直接指揮を取る。
了解いたしました。
見ておれ、統一政府にあだなす者どもよ。これからお前たちが受けるのは天からの
Space laser time.
神の裁き。
Oh boy, we're doing it again.
Go figure we get to a Witch from Mercury space laser before we would get to a Gundam 00 space laser.
Look, I'm a fan of my space lasers. Give me some more of them. Let's go.
ハッチオープン。
I don't think we've seen that before. That's cool.
レーザーセンサー。
Specifically, like the asteroid opening up that way.
Now, we constantly see these asteroids, so maybe it was always
Yeah.
implied.
Yeah, implied, not shown, but hey, that's cool. I like it. It's cute.
接見完了です。固定用アーム接続開始。搭乗ハッチ接続します。
よう、待っとったぞお前ら。
ミライナ、元気にしてた？
もちろん。
Also, Ian is a lot more connected than you'd think he'd be.
言った。
Hmm.
ということは、
Apparently, he knows all of the groups.
わしと呼べた
Or of them,
イン
anyway.
ナバスティです。
若い。
犯罪ですよ。
どういう意味だ。
冗談はそれくらいにして。
Nah, I'm sorry, what?
トレミーとガンダムの補給と回収を急いでもらえる？
何があっ
この中域にアローズが展開しています。
た。ここのカモフラージュは完璧だと思うな。また。
ですが、補給と整備には最短で5日を要します。
あなたは？
見かけない顔だな。
はじめまして。活動再開と同時にソレスタルビーイングにスカウトされたアニューリターナーです。
スカウト？
一体誰が？
ワン・リューミンに紹介され
Returner.
た。アニューはすごいぞ。
Codenames are always so
モビルスーツ工学再生治療の権威で操船技術や料理に長け、おまけに美人だ。どうだ、なかなかの
She's 100% an innovator, right?
よろしく
I
お
would
願い
think
しま
so.
す。
It's instantly what I thought when I saw her.
池田からの暗号文だ。水量室が会談に応じたらしい。
そうか、やってくれたか。
会談には私が行こう。ここの指揮は任せる。
承知しました。
念のため護衛を連れてってください。
Gosh, this is the part where just like, we'll attack the political meeting and destroy all of their leaders in one fell swoop.
水路はやられちゃうって本当？姫様のお手を煩わせないの。すみません。この子スイル出身で不安がっているんです。
They should have had him like snotting from the nose more.
どうしてみんな仲良くし
Oh,
ない？
I love that little pouty flop onto the couch.
私もそう思うわ。だから仲良くする方法を考えないと。
一緒にご飯を食べればいいよ。
それは素敵ね。
でしょ？
Yeah, see, this kid, he's smart.
どうしたらいいと思う？
Yes, eat the rich.
みんなで遊んだり、歌を歌ったり、
そうね。
宝物を見せ合ったり。ね、それからね、
We'll sail off to find the One Piece.
Oh, kid won my heart. He's gonna die. Or just be like tragically sad by the end of the episode.
制御機能が搭載されているわ。トランザムの増幅機能もね。
あっちの機体は？
アリオス用の支援機、ガンアーチャーです。
ガンアーチャー。
テストを始めるぞ、セスナ。
I wonder if the guy named Lock-On is going to get into the larger.
Yeah, I wonder.
どうかしました？
どうしていいかわからないんです。僕のせいで多くの人が命を落とした。その償いはしなきゃいけない。でも戦うことなんて、人を殺すことなんて僕にはとても
できないのが当たり前です。
でも何かしないと。自分にできることを何か。
Come on, Marie, you're the one connection between these two. And you don't even know it.
何をです？
She didn't lose her memories of that time.
アレルヤがここにいる限りは。
Yeah, but they don't know. She doesn't know that him and the other girl.
私は軍人でしたし。
Gosh, you're right.
そういう覚悟もできているつもりです。それにもう決めたから。私は何があってもアレルヤから離れないと。
羨ましいな。僕にもそう思える人がいて、もし再会することがあったら二度と離れないって思ってて。
Yeah, but she pushed you away.
なんだか不安で、無性に不安で。
She ain't doing hot.
Because her life ended up so much better without you.
宇宙空間でランデブーしての人員補充。
ねえ。
さらに新型。
Sorry, what?
新型。俺にもくださいよ、新型。
うるさい。
大佐。
まさか君までアローズに入ってくるとは。どういう風の吹き回しだい？無口なのは相変わらずか？
メメントモリを動かす。
メメントモリを？そうですか。リボンズはついに。
Ribbon's finally just gonna kill everybody.
これで中東計画は加速し、人類の意志が統
So
一
you think they're just infiltrating all the groups?
Yeah, I think just for good measure, right?
いや、統一だよ。僕らの元に集まってくるという意味ではね。メメントモリの建造協力、感謝しているよ。
She's just
期待
everywhere.
していますわ。イノベーターの作り出す未来に。
She's even in the manga, by the way.
She just appears and does stuff.
何してんだい？
What? Is
あんたはミハニーとヒョハニーの。
Yeah, she might be a little upset about that still.
no? She's an innovator.
そうか。どこかで見たことがあると思った
On their side, I guess.
No, she was doing her eyes.
俺とやり合う気か。やめとけよ。せっかく拾った命散らすことになるぜ。
Oh, so you're
Gosh,
gonna
what a creep.
you'd kill Saji's sister in a car and throw her into a ditch, but you want to attack the person who's actively attacking you.
He's got plans.
But no, her eyes were lighting up the same way the others. Like she's an innovator.
I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna look for more.
You sure you're not gonna put a pin in it?
I'm gonna get like a giant comically sized pin. I'm just gonna like pull that out every time now. It's okay, I got a pin for that. Laser time!
I guess if we built an entire ring around the planet, we might as well use it for something, right?
準将操作準備完了いたしました。
よし、カウントダウンを始めろ。
カウントダウン開始。
了解。操作までカウント。10、9。
It very much feels like that thing can only fire into one spot anyway. It's built into the ring. It only aims down.
お詫びのつもりというのもなんだけど、君も見ていくといい。
なんだい？
きっと楽しめると思う。
I'm about to destroy your home country.
Yeah, he's like, I know you'd love to do this. You went burning it down like last month. You want to see it get even worse? Oh, there we go. There's the villain smile. There it is.
A room full of people we've never seen before.
No, that was the political conference they were talking about the entire episode.
Yeah, but they're still full of people we don't give a shit about. It's what they represent, not who they are. We didn't put the princess in there. We didn't put the assistant to the princess who's part of the rebel group in there. It's a room full of people we don't give a shit about.
We had to throw Worf across the room to prove how serious it is, okay?
Well, Worf wasn't in the room either. Nobody was in the room.
We had to kill the red shirt so that you know it's a lethal thing.
But again, that's also the most useless laser. You have to have all the points you want your super weapon to hit in a line around the equator or wherever this thing is that the Earth's rotation takes it in. Because otherwise, the laser can't move.
I have things to say about satellites' orbits, but that would probably
That's not a
require,
satellite.
Like,
that's part of the solar ring. It's part of the solar ring around the Earth. It's not a movable object anymore. You move it, it's going to collapse into the Earth.
Still, at least in appearance and coolness, that's a pretty cool space laser. I'm down for it.
No, it's not. We saw a really cool one last Sunday.
There's a lot of really cool space lasers, okay? I'm a simple man.
It's not even close. Not even close to the Final Fantasy space laser.
トランザム開始まで5、4、3、2、1。
切だ。了解。トランザム始動。
A little slow on the draw there.
トロポジカルディフェクト。高位 SE です。粒子生産量、粒子放出量ともに上昇。
通常時の 180% を超えました。さらに上昇。
いけるぞウィンダー。
230、260。
これは。
290% を突破。
Don't go blind in here.
理論的限界値を超えます。そんな。
Yeah, that's gonna explode right there. That's my feeling on this.
イオリアが予見したツインドライブの
真の力だというのか。
You know, this is technology, right? This isn't mythos or legend or anything.
Gosh, nobody's happy. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. They just have an Obi-Wan moment.
Oh, it's great! The Earth turned really quickly!
よしがこっちに向かって加速してきやがる。たく、おちおち寝てもいらんねえぜ。
The evil side's back.
00ライザーで真に目覚めたツインドライブが刹那を未知の領域へと誘う。次回00の声。 それは新たな世界が放つ産声か。
I think the most damning thing is that I was going to try to go into this episode with an open mind and not like shit on everything like I always do. And I already tell the comment section is going to eat me alive again.
I do like that the two tests were just literally happening at the same time. I was just thinking to myself, no, there's no way, there's no way. They're just happening different places, nobody knows, and then everyone starts having the Obi-Wan moment. A million voices crying out in terror at the same time and suddenly silenced.
I mean, it seems like the laser was fired at a building in the middle of nowhere. So...
There was like a city in the background, like when had like the interior
Every
view,
time
right?
we're closing in up close on the laser hitting the thing, the building has nothing around it. And then when we're looking at what's his name, the colonel, in the distance, looking at the laser seems to be hitting one building. Nothing around it. So, I don't know.
I guess they just wanted to make sure everyone is like in the area, and they're just gonna say like the area was destroyed.
Also, again, this giant ring with a laser on it that can only point at one thing because it can only go straight down. And that's right, the Earth rotates. Or the Earth spins, rather. Because it's going to hit that, and the Earth is going to keep...
I need to see another picture of that.
Of what?
I wasn't so sure it was attached to anything.
It's part of the ring. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just didn't see it. I don't have like the full conceptualization of it in my head.
We saw it.
I need like a broader shot.
We saw the ring. We saw the part where it's at because of these two weird door things. Sorry, you were looking down and away right when I was giving you the physical representation of what was happening.
You can keep going.
No, I just did it. And then you looked back up.
But yeah, I know, I guess that part just kind of visually, like, got pulled from my brain then, because I immediately went to laser.
Well, as I said, we saw it many times
We'll see more of it.
Before it opened up and exposed the laser bit. It's part of the ring thing, which means it's an unmovable construct, mega structure around the Earth. Which means it can only fire in the one position until the Earth rotates back around again, or spins back around again, to make that point visible. Which also means it's highly...
like just pointed one place forever.
Well, no, we don't know if it's geocentric or not.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, it's not. Clearly it's not, because the beam is moving towards the Colonel, which means that he must be in a direct line of the Earth's spin from where the laser is.
Yeah, like if you like see like a satellite's orbit on a projection, like you can like see the sine wave of it.
Not a
like,
satellite.
It's in orbit.
It's not. It's wherever the ring is. The ring can't be. You know what? It shouldn't be moving. Actually, I'm going to say that now. The beam shouldn't be moving because we know that the ring doesn't move because it's attached by space elevators. 2.5 of them.
There you go. Everybody down in the comments, get me pictures so I can look at it and go, oh, right, that's how it works. Well, please, I need your help.
It's part of the ring. Because you're describing GoldenEye, was what you're describing. The beam up from GoldenEye. This was built into the ring. It literally comes out of the ring to fire. So, either... Well, no, either. I'm not going to conceive of a thing that doesn't.
I would like to go back to something you did point out, and that's like it can only point at Earth, which you're absolutely correct. Which I find it hilarious that everyone was just totally okay with giant laser beam of oppression.
Well, no, my point is they can only point at one place on Earth, and now that we know, now that I've just remembered that this fucking ring is also anchored to the Earth by space elevators. That means that it's not just hanging in space as the Earth spins around it. It's spinning with the Earth to accommodate its anchor points, which means it was always pointed at Zadistan. Seal. It was always pointed at Seal and could never move to be not pointed at Seal.
I want something hilarious to happen. Episode 20, the entire ring just like twists and inverts so it points outwards and can fire into space.
I was gonna conjecturize that maybe the thing is on a rail on the ring, and that it can
Yeah, that'd
move.
make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it would, but I don't think it is because it opened up and it came out of the inside of the rail. And I don't think the rail is hollow because it's a power generation system for the whole goddamn Earth.
Right. So next time we're just gonna have to see more of how it works as they shoot more stuff. Because why would you stop now? So I think in that case we are done with another episode of Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin. That's Theta, and we'll catch you next time, everybody. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?